Okay, so if you haven't been following the Master Duel meta recently, I, I can't really blame you there. But in case you missed it, we did have a Duelist Cup this past weekend, and the first place deck, to everyone's surprise and shock, was not Malice. The first place deck was a Ryzeal variant that pretty much only exists in Master Duel. If you only know of Ryzeal from the TCG and the OCG, you would have never known about this variant, or you would have never known that this deck even existed. And I'm talking about Magistus Ryzeal. Magistus Ryzeal is arguably the best Ryzeal variant in Master Duel right now, and this is a variant that never existed in the TCG because number one, Spenta. You see this card right here. This card's not even released in the TCG officially, so like they don't even have all the cards for this yet. Amazingly, we got the cards here in Master Duel way before TCG, and in the OCG, by the time this released in the OCG, they also got a late release. By the time this got released in the OCG, Ryzeal was already gutted, and the meta was already way past like the point where Ryzeal was dominating. But in Master Duel right now, Ryzeal was arguably the second best deck, and you saw the recent ban list. Ryzeal barely got touched, whereas Malice did get hit. So there's like a legitimate conversation that this Magistus Ryzeal variant is now going to be just the best deck in Master Duel moving forward. So why is the Magistus card so broken? Well, I can just show you right now with a simple combo. It's not hard. It's a Ryzeal deck. Like, the combos aren't hard, but it's essentially one Spenta. This card, this is the most broken Ryzeal card you'll ever see. So we're gonna start with activating Spenta's effect. You discard it and you add your Zoroa from your deck to hand, and you're gonna normal summon Zoroa, and you're gonna use Zoroa's effect, and you're going to equip Artemis, the Magistus Moon Maiden, to the Zoroa. When Zoroa is equipped with a Magistus card, you can revive a special summon a level 4 spellcaster monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position. What is a level 4 spellcaster monster? The Spenta that we just used to search the Zoroa. So immediately we can use Zoroa to special back the Spenta. And then that's not all. Artemis has an effect where, well, this card is equipped to a monster. You can add a Magistus monster from your deck to your hand. So we can use Artemis effect now, and Artemis is going to add Crowley. What is Crowley? Crowley is a level 4 Poplar. So we get the special summon Crowley for free. So nice. This one Spenta already gave us 3 bodies on board. That's not all. Firstly, we're going to overlay the Spenta and the Crowley into an Infernal Flame Banshee. And then we're going to use Infernal Flame Banshee, detach Spenta. This is important. You have to detach Spenta here. And you will add your X Ryzeal to hand, because playing the Ryzeal deck, so we get to just search the best art to our hand for free. And then, now that Spenta is engraved, Spenta has yet another effect engraved, where you can banish this card from the graveyard and target a face-up monster you control and equip a Magistus monster to it. So we're going to target Zoroa, and we're going to equip a second Magistus monster to the Zoroa. In this case, we're going to equip Nina Ruru, the Magistus Glass Goddess. So Nina Ruru has another effect where it's an MST, basically. You can pop it and one of your opponent's spell and trap cards. Obviously, if you're going first, you're not going to be doing that because your opponent's not going to have any spell and trap cards. So instead, now that we have both Nina Ruru and Artemis equipped to the Zoroa, we can send both of them to the grave, and we can special summon Chorozo. And now we have another level 4 monster. So essentially, what does this one Spenta do? This one Spenta gave us essentially 4 level 4 bodies on the field. 4 level 4 bodies. It gave us the Zoroa, it gave us the Crowley, the Spenta itself that got revived, and it gave us a Chorozo. And in doing that, you can also make a Flame Banshee if you don't have your Ryzeal engine already, and search your X Ryzeal, the best star in the deck. So yeah, it's the one Spenta. It's either 4 bodies or it's like 3 bodies to play with, plus searching the best starter in your deck. Ice Ryzeal only hopes to achieve as much as one Spenta does. Like, Spenta is literally Ice Ryzeal on crack, okay? Just 4 level 4 bodies. Also, Crowley just being an extender means that you can, during the middle of that, you can, even if you already use your normal summon, you can also use Spenta to just search Crowley. And then Crowley, it's still 2 to bodies without using a normal summon. Like this engine is crazy. This is insane. Also, Spenta can be searched by 7th Tachyon because you have Masquerade in here. So the Masquerade is a level 4. There's a rank 4 spellcaster, light spellcaster monster, which is perfect to search Spenta with. Of course, you can't summon the Ryzeal if you use 7 Tachyon. So, oh no, you only have 3 bodies to play with if you search Spenta with 7 Tachyon instead of 4. What? Oh no, what are you ever going to do? But yeah, this is why this variant has pretty much like climbed up the ranks and proven to be the best Ryzeal variant in Master Duel right now, because Spenta is just an insanely broken card in the context of Ryzeal. So yeah, now that we have this, you can do anything you want. You can do any Ryzeal combo you want now because we got the Search X Ryzeal for free. So I can just show you an example of what you can do. Baguska is banned now, so like I'm not gonna do the Baguska Starleech boring line, which you definitely still can do until the ban list comes into effect. But yeah, for an example of what you can do now with your X Ryzeal plus all the extra free bodies you have on board, you can, let's say I'll dump a dual drive to summon the X Ryzeal, and then the X Ryzeal can add a sword, and then you can like special summon the sword, and then sword effect would at this point I would add Star Ryzeal because ice. Keep in mind we did use our normal summon for the normal summon Zora, so like don't search ice trying to think you can normal summon the ice as well. That's not how Yu-Gi-Oh works. So I'm gonna search Star Ryzeal instead, and here I will overlay the X and the Sword Ryzeal into a Ryzeal dual drive. Then dual drive, I will attach the dual drive that we dumped earlier, and here you can special summon the Star Ryzeal, detaching off of the Flame Banshee. And now I can set the field spell Ryzeal Cross. Or you can search it with dual drive. Either way works. And here I will use dual drive, and I will detach 2, and I will add a plugin. And here I would add Node here if I didn't already draw it, but here I would also add Node. But since we already have Node, I will add an Ice Ryzeal instead. And here, because we have so many extra bodies, like you can honestly do whatever the hell you want. Here's something you can do, okay? Or Evil Swarm Ouroboros, by the way, is not banned. Baguska got banned, but Evil Swarm Ouroboros did not get banned. So you can see where this is going, right? We can go Ouroboros, detach. I'll detach the Star Ryzeal and hand loop our opponent for 1 card. Alright, sick. Okay, that was probably the worst thing to hand loop from our opponent, but still. Next, I'll special Node Ryzeal. I'll Node Ryzeal, send the Evil Swarm Ouroboros, and summon back whatever Ryzeal monster. Does not really matter which one. And here, we can use Ryzeal plugin. And for some reason, Ryzeal plugin can revive any Xyz monster, not just a Ryzeal Xyz monster, so we can just summon back the Evil Swarm Ouroboros, and we can attach any random card to it. So here I would normally attach Plasma Hole here, but we'd already hard drew the Plasma Hole, so you know that's even nicer to have to just have the on-field effect of Plasma Hole. But yeah, you could attach Plasma Hole and then Xyz on your opponent's turn as well. But obviously here we get to use Evil Swarm Ouroboros again, and we get the detach Ice Ryzeal. And means we can handle our opponent for 2nd card. Alright, nice. Awesome. And we can also draw a card off of Ryzeal Cross. So, like, you know, I'll put in back the plugin and the dual drive. And, you know, draw a card. And here, if we have access to Ice Ryzeal, by the way, which as you can see, it's not hard to have access to Ice Ryzeal. We literally have 3 different copies of Ice Ryzeal in our hand right now. And if Eclipse Twins was out, which, if Eclipse Twins comes out next selection pack, we could hand loop a 3rd card with Evil Swarm Ouroboros, because we could use Ice Ryzeal to send the Evil Swarm Ouroboros, and then an Eclipse Twin would trigger, and then Eclipse Twin could revive the Ouroboros, attach the Nina Ruru, for example, and then we would have a 3rd trigger of Ouroboros. So Spenta at that point would have given us a 3-card hand loop. Sick. Yeah, isn't that great? But now currently we do not have Eclipse Twins, so I will restrain myself and simply just end on a Detonator instead. So now we have Detonator. You know, get a free attach. And yeah, we have a 3 material Detonator. Also, or we could have Ice Ryzeal actually sent the Infernal Flame Banshee and then gotten the 4th material on the Detonator as well. But like that's like a 2-card combo. Like that's, I'm assuming, with just the one Spenta and like ignoring all of these other cards in hand, 1 Spenta can get you all this. Okay, a hand loop for 2, 3 mat Detonator, access to Ryzeal Cross, and yeah, obviously you have all the Ryzeal follow up too. So yeah, it's probably gonna have to look out for this deck now, especially given the ban list, given the hits to Malice, and given the fact that Ryzeal basically didn't get any. I mean, it did not get any main deck hits, and all it lost was Baguska, which, as you can see here, you don't need to make a Baguska to still beat your opponent turn 1 out of the like to easily smash your opponent turn 1. But yeah, anyway, that's just like a simple 1-card Spenta line. I'll show you a deck list. I'll show you like a deck list now using the Magistus cards and the Ryzeal cards together. So this is what a standard Magistus Ryzeal deck list looks like. And the Magistus engine is simply just, in the main deck, 3 Spenta, 1 Zoroa, 1 Crowley, and in the extra deck, a Magistus Chorozo, a Nina Ruru. You can also, like, you have 2 options for the Xyz Magistus. Like, it's either, you can either run Nina Ruru, or you can run Ryleona. Ryleona is like a negate, monster negate, instead of a MST, which, you know, like Nina Ruru is, but they perform basically the same function most of the time. And well, one is a R rarity and one is a UR rarity. So, you know, if you really wanna go hard in this deck, you could play a Ryleona in your extra deck as well if you wanted to, but this is not necessary. All you need is just this, and then obviously 1 Artemis. So 3 spots in the extra deck, and then 5 slots in the main deck. And the great part about this engine is that this engine, unlike the other alternative engines that you play in Ryzeal, this doesn't have many bricks at all. The only brick of these 5 cards you play in the main deck is Crowley, because Crowley, the point of Crowley is to add it off of Artemis or add it off Spenta to be as an extender. So if you draw this, it's not ideal. But Spenta, you know, obviously is, you know, it's the whole point of this deck. It's the best starter, so like drawing this is fine, and drawing Zoroa is also fine too. Even if you don't Spenta add Zoroa, it still gets you 3 bodies, because you can do Zoroa attach Artemis. You don't get the revive off Zoroa because you don't have the Spenta engrave yet, but you still can Artemis search Spenta discard, add Crowley, special Crowley, then Spenta grave effect, attach to Zoroa, attach your Nina Ruru, and then send both Nina Ruru and Artemis for Chorozo, and you still get 3 level 4 bodies off of just 1 Zoroa. So like Zoroa, hard opening Zoroa is basically almost just as good as just hard opening Spenta. It's just Spenta gives you the added flexibility of you can either search for Zoroa, or you can search for Crowley if you already committed your normal summon somewhere else. So yeah, this engine is great. It's flexible. It's compact. It doesn't run like as many bricks compared to, like, look at the compared to the Heraldic engine, which is a much bigger engine and has to run so many other commitments, like cards like Leo, cards like Riffin, cards like Stadwell, which are sometimes good to draw, but a lot of times are not ideal to draw. And also, this is a deck that depends, the Heraldic engine depends on X Ryzeal resolving, because X Ryzeal extending the Patriarch is a big part of the combo, whereas this is the Magistus engine is an engine independent of X Ryzeal. In fact, it helps you get access to X Ryzeal. If you don't already open X Ryzeal, the Magistus engine basically lets you just add X Ryzeal with Infernal Flame Banshee as part of your combo, plus 2 extra bodies as well. So yeah, also the other, you know, option Ryzeal decks used to run was 7th Ascension. If you weren't running the Magistus cards, you had to run 7th Ascension for consistency to search 7th Tachyon, which 7th Ascension is just not as powerful of a card as Spenta. Like, Ascension basically just searches 7th Tachyon, which itself is just a -1, and also it leaves you open to droll like really hard. Like, if you get drolled on 7th Ascension, your turn is like done. It's over. Like, no chance. But like, if you get drolled on Spenta, it's not even that bad, because even if you get drolled on Spenta, you can still Zoroa, equip Artemis. Spenta can still detach, still equip. You still get 2 bodies off of 1 droll off the Spenta, so you can still make you can still make rank 4s that way, which is like better than what you could have done off 7th Ascension, which is getting droll, which is basically nothing. Also, this engine just absolutely eats hand traps like for breakfast. Like, no matter what they hand trap you, like if they imperm Valor on the Zoroa, it doesn't matter. You'll still always get 2 bodies regardless of what hand trap they throw at the Zoroa, and like that just eats hand traps before you even commit to your Ryzeal monsters. Like, you can just special summon your X Ryzeal afterwards if you already have access to it too. So yeah, this engine is great. There's a reason why the top performing Ryzeal decks in the Duelist Cup, the only 2 Ryzeal decks in the top 10 of the Duelist Cup were both Magistus Ryzeal. So yeah, to get on with the deck list, so as mentioned, we have the Magistus engine, which is 3 Spenta, 1 Crowley, 1 Zoroa, and then the standard Ryzeal engine, like this definitely needs no explanation. Like 3 Sword, a Node, 3 Ice, 2 X, Star Ryzeal, Bonfire, triple Tachyon, 1 of each spell trap, crossed, plugin, and Plasma Pole, sorry, and then the rest is just non-engine, like just whatever non-engine you want. Like, you run whatever, like you run Droll, Maxi, Ash, Mulcharmies, Fuelos, Perulia, Imperm, Lancia, just run whatever non-engine you have. You have plenty of room for non-engine. But yeah, the deck list itself, it's really simple, it's really straightforward too. And the extra deck, besides the 3 Magistus extra deck monsters, Artemis, Ninaruru, and Shirozo, the rest of the 12 extra deck cards are just standard Ryzeal stuff. I took out Baguska because Baguska's getting banned soon, so like for a post-ban list deck list where you wouldn't include this, so I just used Evil Storm Orbos instead and hand loop my opponent for 2 cards instead of floodgating them out of the game. Like, I'm sure that feels so much more healthy to play against, am I right? And yeah, the Masquerade for the 7th Tachyon. The Starly's full-time Blast Dragon, which honestly, without Baguska, this isn't really that necessary anymore. You don't really make this that much if you're not protecting a Baguska with this. If Eclipse Twins comes out, I would probably consider just dropping this for Eclipse Twins. We have the Dugaras, 1 Light Dragon Administrator, to help play into your opponent's detonators and stuff like that. A Flame Banshee, the Foam Armor, you top deck Ray Lancer OTK machine, double dual drive, double detonator, and a aggregator to send off X only second. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward, pretty simple, pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty intuitive deck once you like just look at it for like 2 seconds. But yeah, this was if you weren't keeping up with the Master Duel meta, this is what's been taking over the Master Duel meta. So I would argue that this post-ban list, this has a chance to be the best deck in Master Duel. Probably undisputed, given that this was already arguably almost as good as Malice was already, in a world where Malice is unhit. So like, after hits, and after the ban list, after Malice gets hit, and after Ryzeal got basically no hits, yeah, I can see a world where this overtakes Malice by quite a good portion, by quite a good margin. But yeah, hope you're excited to play against this on ladder, because the top 100 deck lists were made public, so everyone knows about this now, even if they didn't prior to the Duelist Cup.